Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is my step-by-step lap guide to a mid-1:33 or better round 1 of the FIA Nations Cup in the Toyota Yaris GR Sport. Using -1 brake balance, 0 traction control as we head towards turn 1, you're going to try and brake at the red guardrail to your right. So the red guardrail is right before the 100-meter board. And that's going to be your key to downshift to third gear and heavy braking and then lift off the brake. This car generally kind of wobbles under heavy braking, and sometimes it can be a little difficult to control. So we're going to be using third gear. For this entire lap, we're going to try and avoid second gear and just focus on third, fourth, and fifth. So at turn 1, you could use a little bit of curb. For my lap, I opted to just line up the front left tire with the curb. That way we get a nice clean exit, and that way we're not in the sand. When shifting from third to fourth gear, I would suggest aiming for 90 miles per hour. As we head towards this next section, once again, our goal is to try and brake and downshift at the red guardrail on the right. So again, the red guardrail is right before the rumble strips. I found that if you brake past the rumble strips, you may be scrubbing off a little bit too much speed, because again, this car is very, very twitchy under heavy braking. So once again, we're using third gear. Alright, no red guardrail this time. However, on your left-hand side, there's the start of the guardrail. That will be our cue to brake, stay in third gear, and let the car gradually arc down. If you perhaps twitch the car too much to the right, you're certainly going to be scrubbing off a couple tenths. And when shifting from fourth to fifth gear, I would suggest aiming for 119 miles per hour. Alright, here we are, the next section. Brake between the green crane and the start of the rumble strip. That way we're braking a little bit early so we can get the car slowed down just in time. And for this next section, use the blue turf that's going to be on the outside of the rumble strips at the exit of each of the turns. Use the blue turf to carry your speed. We have the power down between around 89, 90 miles per hour. There we go. We shift from third to fourth. Now this next turn is rather tricky. So you'll notice on the right hand side there's the brown fence. There's kind of an opening in the brick. Right at the start of that opening, right between that gap, that is my cue to be in fourth gear, heavy brake for just a split second, and then we're going to lift off the brake pedal, or the brake button for that matter, and try and carry as much speed as we can. So I do a full brake just for a second, and then I'll lift off the brake pedal. This will certainly set us up for this final turn, which can be rather tricky. You can actually cut on the left curb a pretty significant amount. You essentially put the car a little bit more than halfway over. Of course, we don't want to completely cut the track, as that could be a penalty, but that's also going to upset the balance of this car. That way we can carry our speed. You can cut a little bit on the right. Don't put the car all the way over. You will get a penalty on the right-hand side, not on the left. So that's the step-by-step guide. Here's the normal speed lap. So again, we're heading towards turn 1. We're going to drop to third gear at the red. There we go. Carrying enough speed, not getting too much sand. Shifting up to fourth gear at 90 miles per hour. Once again, we're looking for the red guardrail. Drop to third. Don't allow the car to slide too much because you'll be losing too much speed. Okay, start the guardrail on the left. There we go. Keep the car nice and steady without annoying the tires too much. Again, we're up to 4th gear around 89, 90 miles per hour. 4th to 5th gear, 119 miles an hour. Okay, between the green crane and the start of the rumble strips, drop to 3rd. Use the blue AstroTurf around this whole section. Carry your speed. Here we are, full throttle. For this turn, I'll lift a little bit, but I don't hit the brake. For this final turn, there's the brown opening of the fence. In 4th gear, cut on the left. Try and avoid cutting all the way on the right. And that is my lap guide here at Sardegna Track B, driving the Toyota Yaris for next week's round 1 of the FIA Nations Cup. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.